So we are live. Duncan, I'll let you kick us off.
Sure. Thanks, Dean. Some of you are getting tired of hearing me say this, but bear with me for 1 minute. My name is Duncan Malloy, and I'm a representative of Startup 425. Startup 425 is an alliance of 5 East Side cities. Those are Kirkland, Bellevue, Redmond, Renton, and Issaquah. And for the last several years, the cities have come together and worked with one another to promote business education and training for East Side entrepreneurs. And so this is one of the ways we've been doing it. In the past, pre-pandemic or in before times, as I like to say, we did these in person in the libraries throughout our cities. And that's our customary format, which I know we'll get back to at some point. But one of the benefits, if you can believe it, of this goofy public health crisis is that we've shifted to webinars, and we would not have a nationally known expert beaming into us from Texas tonight if that wasn't the case. So I'm going to take that as a big silver lining. And I've had the pleasure of being on a webinar previously with Tony, and I know you're all going to be really glad that you are here for that. So I unfortunately am going to have to jump off here after I make these remarks, but I will come back before the end of the session. And please know I'm going to send you folks an email probably first thing after this or first thing tomorrow with a real quick survey just to provide your feedback on this webinar. It helps us work with our partners and tell them what we're doing and give them some updates on how things are going. So enough of me. I'll hand it back to Dean. As I say, I'm going to pop off myself, but I will be back before the end of the session. So have a great one. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Duncan. So my name is Dean Van Dyke, and I'm a SCORE business mentor, and I work with Startup 425 to present these different types of workshops and seminars. And I've had the pleasure of knowing Tony now for a year at least, because we're back, I think it's over a year.
Not quite, not quite. It started
not quite.
around
That's right.
February, yeah.
That's right. See, time flies. But I just want to say, you know, Tony's a very dynamic speaker, and she is the owner of Network in Action International. She's a franchisee. And what I want to say about Tony is I'm involved in Network in Action as well. And from what I understand, as of I think it was last week, she is the top franchise owner of Network in Action. And she is a networking guru and just an outstanding person to know. And I cannot speak highly enough about her. I'd read her bio, but I'd be here for about 5 minutes. So I will let her jump into it.
Good evening, everyone. This is Tony Harris Taylor coming from Houston, Texas. It's 8 o'clock and I've been on running since 6:30. So I'm excited to be here, but I really would like to ask a favor. First of all, thank you, Dean and Duncan, for opening the door and letting me back in, because this is my second opportunity to speak to your crew. But if you are able to turn your video on, I'm going to ask that you do so. As a speaker, it is a lot more fun to talk to human beings and not squares with words. So it's part of the whole networking process, and I sure would appreciate it if I had a human to talk to. So again, thank you, Julia. Thank you, Elena. Appreciate that. Thank y'all. Dean, thank you.
I was just literally in pajamas, in my pajamas, so.
That's okay. We cannot even tell. If you don't tell us, we don't even know. That's the beauty of virtual. Okay. So thank you for joining us. And so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to get right into the presentation because this is my favorite topic in the whole wide world to talk about. And this topic has changed my life. Changed my business, which ultimately changes my life. So when I spoke back in March, I spoke like the week before everything shut down, or right after, the week after everything shut down. And my topic was, is your networking not working? I've had to change the topic and insert a word if you see it there. It's, is your virtual networking not working? And so today we're going to talk about relationship strategies to get more prospects during uncertain times. And so if you have a question, unmute yourself, say, hey, Tony, what about this? Just jump in. I'll call for questions periodically if you have any comments or questions. But I'm going to go through this information, and hopefully you'll use these strategies to change your life and your business. Because if you do what I tell you, it will work. So let's go. All right. So what's the problem for entrepreneurs? Most of you are struggling with how to turn your contacts into contracts. Anybody? Right? Yeah, we have a lot of contacts, but how do we turn those into business and money? So we're going to talk about that tonight. Imagine what your business would look like if you could easily attract your ideal clients to fill your pipeline through networking. Right? So we all need to attract our ideal clients. We need to fill our pipeline, and networking is one very important way to do that. So a little bit more about me and why I'm qualified to talk to you about this. As Duncan said, I actually own two businesses. Network in Action Northeast Houston. I bought that 1 year ago. September made my 1 year anniversary. He just told me something I did not know. I'm the top franchise owner in the world. I'm gonna have to go verify that piece of information, sir. But I will tell you this, I am probably the hardest working franchise owner that we have. I definitely will own that. Because my why is all about helping my clients. And I work very, very hard to bring people, to like-minded business owners together who can help each other to grow. My other business is Drastic Results Training, where I'm a sales and marketing coach, and I help people to get known, get connected, get paid through relationship building strategies. And so you'll hear me talk some about that as well. So I serve service-based entrepreneurs who frankly hate marketing and sales. They know they have to do the marketing and sales. They love what they do, but they just don't like the process of marketing themselves and selling themselves. Here's what I'll tell you. If you don't get the marketing and sales down, you don't have a business, period. You can make the best widget in the world. You can make the best cakes, cookies, pies. You can make the best whatever you do. You can do it better than anybody else. But if nobody knows about you, you are flat out of business. And so I help those entrepreneurs who hate that piece. These entrepreneurs want more clients, more income, more security. They want to be able to sell without being salesy. They currently feel unknown. They're overwhelmed. They feel invisible, and they know they're not charging what they're worth. And it's not your fault. I felt the same way. But through coaching, hiring my own coaches, I turned my business around drastically. I teach how to speak more, to sell more, how to attract clients through networking, and how to follow up like a champ. Some of the things my clients say for me is I'm an awesome mentor. I share my connections and resources, my strategies work, and that they were inspired to take drastic steps. The word drastic you're going to hear throughout this evening. That's my word. I have the license plates. If you're ever in Texas and you're riding by in a car that says drastic, it is me. And what that means is you got to get out of your comfort zone. And I know networking is uncomfortable for a lot of you. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be on this call tonight. But I'm going to help simplify it for you by giving you some strategies I know that work. And my credentials are I'm an international speaker and coach. I have run multiple six-figure businesses, and I'm a certified life and business coach. So that's a little bit about me. If you want to get my free gift is Networking Strategies. It's a video series to turn your contacts to contracts. So all you got to do is open up your cell phone, open up a text message. I know it's right there. So open a text message, text the phone number 22828, text the word drastic, DRASTIC, hit send. It'll come back and ask you for your email address. Put your email in, check it twice, and then hit send again. And you'll start getting my networking strategies to turn contracts into contacts, contacts into contracts. Now, this is a strategy that you should use as well. Now, I use Constant Contact to power this. Constant Contact, email marketing. Most people know who that is right now. And so it's automatically set up in Constant Contact that when someone texts to join, it's going to automatically send them my gift. You need those tools set up for your business so that when you're networking, when you're speaking, which is one of the strategies I teach, you are able to gather people's information effortlessly without having to do the hard follow-up. So this is just one strategy I use to get people connected to me. I saw Kevin O'Leary speak, Mr. Wonderful, who's not so wonderful, from Shark Tank. And anybody love Shark Tank like me, right? Yes, me too, Julia. So Mr. Wonderful did an interview with Constant Contact, and he said one of the mistakes that his business owners have made, and he took full blame for it, is they didn't collect customer information. They were too transactional, not relationship built. And when COVID hit, they didn't have any list. They didn't have any contacts because they just did the transaction and sent people on their way, hoping that people would come back again. He said, every business owner needs to learn how to collect contact information for prospects as well as their customers and stay connected to them through their list. List is gold. Your list is gold, and you got to start building it now. Okay, so networking is one way to do that. So this talk is for you if you hate networking. Anybody? You hate networking? Okay. This talk is for you if you feel like networking is a waste of time because you attend virtual networking events, but you don't make real connections. And that's harder to do when you're on an event like this because usually there's a lot of moving parts. There's a speaker and you're focused on the speaker and you're not so much connecting to the people who are attending alongside you. But I'm going to teach you some strategies so that you can use virtual, because I don't think this is going away anytime soon. Even if we ever get back to normal, people have gotten used to doing things in their pajamas, right, Julia? And so it's so much easier to do it in your pajamas and not get into traffic and sit at home. So this isn't going away. So you've got to learn how to capitalize on this strategy. This talk is for you if you don't have a method for staying connected to your network. So you're about to discover my proven strategies to help drastically increase your visibility, credibility, and your income. So if you look at this picture, you see a bunch of black marbles. The one that stands out is the red marble. My question to you is, how are you standing out? How are you different? So we're going to talk about some strategies, and hopefully you'll learn something that makes you different and makes you stand out. So I'm going to, you can put it in chat. I'll go in and out of share because I want to see and talk to people. So put it in chat. Do you love networking? Yes or no? Just type it in chat. Yes or no? Yes, Dean. Awesome. Jen, Elliott, hope you can hear me. And if you can get to your chat, please type in yes or no. Do you love networking? Okay. Julia, are you able to type in? Elena, can you type in? Okay.
So it looks like they're responding. Networking, not sure what it is,
Okay.
and don't care for the virtual way.
Okay.
And I mean, networking virtually is tough. Love it in real life. Agree with that.
Okay. I'm not seeing those responses. Why not?
They're coming into me only for some reason. So when you're in chat, go ahead and select everyone. You should be able to.
Yes. In the chat down at the bottom, change the name from Startup 425 to everyone. And then
Yep.
type your answer again so everybody can see it, because it's only going to Dean when it says Startup 425.
Oh, actually, there's no option to send to everyone. I only see the startup 425 and Tony.
Oh, here we go. Duncan changed it. I just changed the settings, so you're good now.
Oh, okay.
You can chat
Got
with
it.
everyone.
Now that's so much better. Okay, so Jen said, virtually not so much, in person is great. So let's talk about that while I watch for the other answers to come in. So Jen, can you unmute yourself and tell me what your business is, please? I love that this is a small group. We can talk.
Hi, sorry.
Hi.
Currently I don't have a business.
Okay.
Deciding to go into either e-commerce or like a cafe possibly once this
Okay.
whole COVID thing is done for.
Okay. Okay. Very good. And so, and Elliot, I don't know if you're there or not. Elena said, don't like it in the virtual way. In real life, it's fine. Okay, Elena, tell me what you do.
Hi, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just started up my own business. It is a startup related to, it is a cooking formulation platform.
Cooking formulation platform?
Yes.
What's that mean?
It is for people who would like to cook with all structure, with recipes. It's connected to Scale. Yeah, so it basically just not cooking website, just cooking app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
And Julia, did you put anything in the chat?
Well, I have no business yet. I have only ideas. So I'm not sure what is networking means at this point because
Okay.
yeah, what is networking?
So let me define networking. That's great, Julia. So networking is the act of connecting with people that are like-minded, who typically want to connect with other people, meet other people, so they can help each other's businesses.
Oh, okay. So it might be something like Facebook group or
Facebook
like
group is one way to network. It's an online way to network. Absolutely. I'm going to talk about social media in a second. But yes, networking is important if depending on the type of business you have.
Well,
so
my idea is like online business, close to Elena, but a little bit different area. So
okay.
website.
So virtual networking, if your business, like you, Elena, your business is global, right? You don't have to have just local people buy you.
Yes.
Jen wants to open a cafe. That's
Yeah.
local, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you learn to network virtually, you can bring people to your business from everywhere.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's my goal.
Oh, well, if that's your goal, you're gonna have to learn how to network virtually in order to get known. So let me get back to the presentation so I can tell you what to do.
So in that case, I would prefer virtual networking.
Virtual networking,
Yeah,
because
virtual,
your business
yeah.
can be done anywhere. People can buy from you, click and put their credit card in from anywhere.
Yeah.
Then you want to learn to network virtually.
Yeah, and because of I'm kind of introvert and I'm not like have some problem with communicating like face to face, and that's why I prefer virtual.
Okay. Well,
networking.
let's talk some more. So I love networking, obviously, because I have a networking business, but it wasn't always that way. I didn't always love networking. I didn't quite understand what networking was. And I would get dressed up, I'd go to events, pass out a bunch of business cards, and nobody would call me. I hated networking. And then I met a business coach similar to what I do today. And she said, "You're not doing it right." "What do you mean I don't do it right?" I said, "I get dressed, I show up, I pass out my business cards, and nobody calls me." She said, "I will teach you how to network. It's only going to cost you $6,000. This was in 2005. Well, you know what? I wanted my business to grow, and I knew I didn't know what I was doing, so I had to get some help. So I took money out of my retirement plan and I paid her $6,000. And it was the best $6,000 I've ever spent in my business. In fact, if that lady sent me a bill every year for the next 20 years, I would pay it, because the strategy she taught me, no matter what business I have, work regardless. And so I'm going to teach you some of the strategies she taught me tonight. But here's what I know. We only have a few minutes together, literally. And I know some of you are going to say, "That was so wonderful. I really would love to get some more of that from Tony." And I'll tell you at the end how you can get more of what I'm talking about. And then some of you are going to say, "This is perfect. This was good stuff. I'm good. I don't need anything more." And then you're going to say goodbye to me, and we may or may not cross paths again. Regardless, I'm going to give you everything I can in a very short period of time. I got 40 minutes or so. But if you need, I'm going to tell you at the end, if you need more help, how to get it. So I'm going to give you quick 8 surefire networking tips. If you want to make sure you take notes, pull out your tablets and let's go. Number 1, show up, be up, follow up to blow up. Now I know you see my little cartoon characters there, and she looks just like me, right? That's my alter ego. I want you to know that cartoon character has made me thousands of dollars. Thousands. Because she helps me build relationships, and I use her to show up. So if you want to be successful at anything, you have to show up. You know, the NBA, just some of you might like sports, some of you might not, but the NBA, National Basketball Association, they just had their championship Sunday night. And LeBron James and the LA Lakers won the championship. Is it possible to win a championship if you never practice? No. So as entrepreneurs, we have to show up. And our show up is our practice. It's us going to events. So where do you show up? You show up at events. You can show up online, like you're here tonight. There are a lot more people who are registered, but they're not here. They're not showing up. They let themselves get stopped because they're an introvert. They use that excuse. "I'm an introvert. I'm scared. I don't know anybody." And most of the time, people who are introverts hire me as their coach because they want me to push them to show up. So you've got to show up. You've got to be up, meaning you've got to look the part, right? If you never know who you're going to meet. So yes, you have to comb your hair. Yes, you have to put your makeup on, ladies. Yes, you've got to put some jewelry on. Men, yes, you've got to show up, comb your hair, and put your smile on. And part of showing up is turning that video camera on with virtual. When you sit behind a closed camera, you're not showing up. You might as well not be there. You can't make a connection. People can't see you. People do business with people they know, they like, their trust. And if you don't turn your camera on, they cannot get a relationship with you. So even when it's a seminar like this is, you're in a learning mode, turn your camera on. Say hello to people, smile. People will want to know who you are and what you do. Then be up, have good energy, right? Smile, show up, be up, follow up. So when you go to a virtual networking event, in chat, typically, people put their information. And we can't physically pass out business cards anymore. So that's our way to make connections. Now you should get yourself an electronic business card, because I used to think electronic business cards, I like physical cards. I like something I can hold, but because we're not live anymore, in person anymore, you need a virtual business card. So if you open the chat, you will see that I put my link, TonyHarrisTaylor.com. That's my virtual digital business card. It's got all my contact information. It's got all my links to my social media. It's got links to my companies. So there's a lot on there. I can put a little paragraph about who I am. It's a virtual, you've got to have that. When you are networking virtually, you've got to be able to have a way for people to connect with you. And the other link that's in chat that I put in there, and Julia, I'll come to you in a second. I see your hand, thank you, is my calendar link. So I use a calendar link to have a way for people to connect with me. So Julia, did you have a question or comment?
Yes, I have a question about virtual card. So is this a website? It's you can do like you can register and you create your own business card. And
so the card you're looking at right now is called One DigiCard. So someone in my network created this platform called One DigiCard, and they sell this. It's $79 a year, which is cheaper than paper business cards.
Oh, okay.
And then I bought my domain, I bought my URL and pointed it to One DigiCard.
Oh, okay.
So I redirected it to One DigiCard.
Okay, so basically it's a $79 per year.
Yes.
And yeah, and okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So the first drastic step to success is to show up. Okay. Number two, you got to know your target market. You got to know who you serve. One of the reasons people don't like networking is because they're going places where the people there can't do business with them. So if you don't have a target market, if you sell to anybody or everybody, you're spinning your wheels. You want to show up where your target market is. Now, what do I mean by target market? My target market is service-based entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches, authors, trainers. I do realtors, but if you sell, like the other day, I had a conversation with a lady that makes wooden pins. She's not my target audience, right? That's a great business, but I don't coach people who sell products so much. I coach people who sell services. And that's a choice I made. Could I coach people who do products? Sure. But for what I charge, it's probably not feasible for them. So I do a lot of networking where my target market is. Okay. So make sure you know who your target market is, where to find them. How do you find them? So you can go to meetup.com, you can go to Eventbrite, and you can do a search. Let's say you want to sell to I do a lot of coaching with coaches, and they want to sell to women. So you want to go find the events that cater to women. And then that's where you want to show up, right? Rather than just showing up anywhere, show up in the right places. And then step number 3 is to be prepared. Have the virtual business card like you see that I have. There's others out there, but have something you can drop in chat so that people can connect with you. And then connect with the leaders. Who are the leaders of the organization? Find out who they are. And for me, whenever I go to an event, I want to find out who the president is and who the programs person is, because I want to offer my speaking services. So connect with the leaders of those groups. Have your online calendar link ready. So in the chat, you should see a link that says meet with TonyHarrisTaylor.com. That's my online calendar link where people can book an appointment with me on the spot. So I spoke this morning to some real estate agents and immediately got 6 appointments from that conversation, because I just put my link in chat and I just said, schedule a 30-minute conversation with me. Let me see how I can help you. And so I'm saying that to you as well. Schedule a 30-minute conversation with me. Click on meetwithtonyharristaylor.com. So you can get a calendar link from online. There's a couple of programs out there. One is Time Trade. Let me see if I can open up chat. Timetrade.com. Calendly. Okay, so, and then I use something called Visita, and I have my own link for Visita. But those are 2 that you could use to set up an electronic calendar so people can schedule appointments. It's linked to your Google Calendar or whatever you use, Outlook, to show your availability so that people can connect with you. Any questions from that? Does that make sense? Dean?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I use Calendly myself, and just a note, we are experiencing a windstorm, so we've had some power outages around the region, and I know some folks have dropped off, and wind and trees out here don't match.
Okay, well, they'll get the recording, right?
They will.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. So once you go to the networking event and you make a connection, then you want to ask for a virtual date. And so how do you do that? Let's say that we're going around the room, we're all introducing ourselves, and there's somebody you really want to connect with. Dean and I did this the last time we met. So I put you can, on Zoom, you can right click on someone's video. So click the right mouse button and it'll open up a menu. Or you can click the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner of their video and click chat. And you can send them a private chat that asks for a date. Hey, I heard you introduce yourself. I'm, looking to connect with people like you. Here's my calendar link. Would you go ahead and schedule a Zoom date with me? And then you drop the link in their chat, and then they will schedule time with you. So the last time I was here, I got several dates, but I got a date with Dean, and Dean and I are now connected, doing some things as a result of me meeting him on a virtual call, listening to who he is and what he does. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Looks like you might have locked up.
right?
There you go.
Thank you. Ask for a virtual date, right? So what I was saying is Dean and I are friends now because we've had a virtual date. Now we're doing some things together just because I dropped my calendar link in chat and made it easy for him to schedule an appointment with me. The next thing is you want to join a referral networking group. So I own Network in Action. I am partial to Network in Action, but there are other networking referral groups out there. And what's that mean? That means that the people who are members are dedicated to helping you grow your business. They want to connect with you. They want to find out who's a good referral for you, who your target market is, and they want to introduce you to people in their network. So that's what Network in Action is. It's a referral networking group that brings like-minded business owners together to help them to connect and grow their businesses. And my members, I have 3 groups. My members are doing very well in spite of COVID. In my group, originally, it's an in-person networking group, in person. But we're virtual now, and I will tell you that they have built some outstanding relationships as a result of just showing up and building relationships and helping each other to grow. So another way to make your networking work is to join a referral networking group. So, question for business. What's the best social media platform for business? Julia?
Yes.
Did you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. How to find this referral networking group?
So talk to Dean, because I think he's going to be starting one soon.
Okay.
That is true.
That is true. So talk to Dean. He will help you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And if his is not a good fit for you, he'll point you in a different direction. So social media. So what do you think the best social media platform for business is? Sorry, I told you right here. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. Facebook? Who said Facebook?
Me.
Okay, very good. So who else? What do you think?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay, awesome. It really depends on who your target market is. Okay. But for me, Facebook is the best platform as well. But regardless of which one you say, you have to use social media to stay connected to people. So you meet them networking, you have a date, then you need to connect with them on social media. Why? And I'm specifically talking about connecting on Facebook. Why? Because people give you all the intelligence you need in order to build a relationship with them. And again, people do business with us because they know us, they like us, and they trust us. So when you're on Facebook and people are telling you maybe they're going through a hard time, maybe there's somebody experienced a death. Well, the next time you see them, you can say, how are you doing since the death of your dad? Right? But you don't see that stuff on LinkedIn. Or they'll post a picture of their dog, or they'll post a picture of their kids. Well, it's a conversation starter. It shows you what you have in common beyond the business stuff. So I love Facebook because I'm in the relationship business and people tell you everything you need to build relationships. Okay, so stay connected after you've worked with someone, connect with them on social media. If you can, go find me on social media, on Facebook and LinkedIn, please. I think Dean put my LinkedIn profile link in the chat, so click that and connect with me. And then I'm at the legal limit for Facebook. I've got to unfriend some people to get you in, but go ahead and send me a friend request. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. And so go ahead and send me a friend request, and then I will send you, or I'll accept you once I've unfriended some people. That sounds kind of cruel, huh? Got to unfriend some people. But I'll unfriend somebody to bring you in. Because what that does is you'll start seeing my posts, I'll see your posts, and it keeps us connected. And the fortune is in the follow-up. So this is one of the most critical pieces. You must follow up after your networking. You must be able to capitalize on the relationship. How do you follow up? You can put them on your email list, like I just did when you text to join. So you can put them on your email list, send them a monthly newsletter about educating them about something in your expertise. Or if you have a cafe, send them coupons to come into the cafe. Check on people. Catch up with people. It takes usually, if you're selling a product or a service, it takes 10 to 12 touches before someone will buy from you. So if you don't want to follow up, you might as well not show up, period. Follow-up is part of the process. It is necessary. And in order to be successful in business, you must have those strategies to connect with people beyond the event that you met them at. And then number 8, hire a coach. All these strategies are no good if you're not going to implement them on your own. So Dean's a coach, right? So you could hire Dean. I'm a coach. You could hire me. Get some help. Don't think you can do this on your own. Entrepreneurship is hard. It's the hardest thing you can sign up for next to being a parent and marriage. So it's marriage, parent, and then entrepreneurship. You should not do this by yourself. You should have a coach. You should have someone who can see what you can't see in your business. I talked about LeBron James earlier. LeBron has a coach. Tiger Woods has a coach. Serena Williams has a coach. They all are at the top of their game. And what's key about a coach is that coach will help you tweak just this much what you do in your business to help you get started. And if you are just getting started, this is really the time to hire a coach, because a coach can help you keep you from skinning your knee and bumping your head so you don't make the mistakes that a lot of entrepreneurs make, and then they decide to get help. What's also very interesting to me is people don't want to invest in themselves and get a coach. And yes, it costs thousands of dollars. As I told you, I paid $6,000 in 2005 for a coach. But we'll go to college to get a degree, myself included, to get a degree by people who've never done the work. Most professors are professional students. So they just got their degree and slid right into professor. They never really did the work that they're teaching you to do. Coaches have been there and done that. They've made the mistakes, and they can keep you and help you from making a mistake. So how do you find a good coach? Well, you're talking to one. You got one hosting this event, and we're just everyday regular people just like you, but we've been there, done that. Please don't do this by yourself. The best thing you can do is hire somebody who can see what you can't see, been where you're trying to go, and can help you get through the difficult times and teach you how to network so you can turn your contacts into contracts. So how many of you know you need more clients, right? We need more clients. Networking is the way to get your clients. So, and remember, I told you about showing up earlier. So you have a choice. You can stay where you are now, frustrated, overwhelmed, not making the money you deserve, or you can get help. You can create a solid target market that will pay you what you're worth. You can network to get connected and generate referrals. You can speak more to sell more, and you can use social media and other technologies to stay top of mind. These are some of the things you can do to grow your business. I didn't talk about speaking or much about social media, but these are some of the strategies I teach when it comes to coaching my clients. So I want to invite you to join me for an event. It's next Friday and Saturday, October 23rd and 24th. It's called the Unstoppable Drastic Action Conference. Myself and another NIA franchise owner have joined forces. Her brand is Unstoppable Networking. My brand is Drastic. Together, we created the Unstoppable Drastic Action Conference. And I would love for you all to, Dean, would you put that back in the chat, but put the HTTPS? This is another very important thing. Whenever you're networking virtually, whenever you put a website or a link in chat, you always want to put the HTTPS in front of it, / because it makes it hot and people don't have to copy and paste and figure out how to get to it. So always use the full link so that people can just click on the link. So I want you to join us. You're going to network, it's virtual, and you're going to meet people from all over the country. In fact, my first registration was from someone from Canada. So if your business is bigger than just Seattle area where you all are, then you should be at national and international conferences. So I'm going to play a quick video for you to hear
small business owner that hates cold
what it's about.
But struggles with identifying your target market, attracting your ideal client, and making more sales? If you are ready to get known, get connected so that you can get paid, then the Unstoppable Drastic Action Conference is for you. Sales and marketing coaches and networking experts, Tish Times and Tony Harris Taylor, are ready to help you drastically increase your income and be unstoppable. This conference is guaranteed to help you to think differently about sales and marketing, get you out of your comfort zone, and give you the strategies to increase your sales by turning your contacts into contracts. You'll learn attraction branding, unstoppable networking, how to speak more to sell more, how to use social media to stay connected, and so much more.
I'm sorry.
Register today at unstoppabledrasticaction.com. Remember, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow and be unstoppable.
Okay, so how long is the conference, Julia? Great question. It is all day on Friday from 7:45 your time. Y'all are on Pacific time, right? 7:45 in the morning your time to about 6 p.m. your time. If you register as a VIP, we actually have a pajama party, we call it, a PJs and Profits party, all virtually. You're already ready, Julia. You got your PJs on. So see, you're already my kind of girl. So, and then Saturday it's from 7:45 to about 1 p.m. Pacific time. Tish lives in Arizona, and so I'll be going to Arizona to be with her for the conference. So who should attend? Entrepreneurs, realtors, service-based entrepreneurs who want to build relationships to turn contacts to contracts, those who want to increase their sales and make the money they deserve, and those who are sick and tired and know there has to be a better way. At the event, you'll learn how to attract the ideal clients you want with your Crystal Clear brand. We have a branding coach who is a speaker on the conference, so she's going to teach you how to create a brand. Turn contacts into contracts with a proven system. We also have a speaker that's going to be speaking about sales funnels and how to put all of the technology to use that we see out there. Charge what you're worth without fear to increase your income. That's me and Tish. Create compelling offers that your clients are excited to buy. Let stories do the selling for you so you don't feel salesy, and avoid common speaking and networking mistakes that hold you back. So this conference is for you if you are ready to grow your business. And if you're just starting, then you really should come to the event so you can learn the strategies up front before you make mistakes. So it is an investment. VIP is $197, general admissions $147. You'll receive $50 off with the promo code Tony. So use my name, get $50 off. And if you register as a VIP, you can bring a friend for $60 with the promo code VIP friend. So the other thing is you have to get used to investing in yourself. And this is another way that you show up and invest in yourself. And you're going to totally get more than $147 worth of content and ideas and strategies and connections. So please be there. I think you'll enjoy it. I know you'll enjoy it. And so to register, you can just go to unstoppabledrasticaction.com. Dean put the link in the chat. Click there, check it out, and then get registered because it's only a week away. And then if you want to have a conversation with me, you can schedule your Magnetically Attract More Clients Now strategy calls. So you can just go to meetwithtonyharristaylor.com, schedule an appointment, 30 minutes, free talk, figure out where you want to go, see how I can help you to get there. Are there any questions, comments, thoughts? Well, networking has changed my life. Yes, Julia.
So I'm just thinking about creating business, and so how to get your first client? Say, like, where to start to
get your first client. So you need to have your brand first. Who are you? What do you do? Who's your target market? And then we start networking where your target market is, introducing yourself, building relationships, and then you can start getting your first clients.
Okay, and could it be like Facebook?
Part of it could be Facebook, but it depends. What's your business, Julia?
So it's related some services, like any kind of services, and yeah.
Any kind of services?
Yeah, I'm thinking, but I cannot say like whole idea, but
okay.
It's like a virtual place where.
Okay, well, schedule an appointment with me. Go to meetwithtonyharristaylor.com. Schedule an appointment with me. Let's talk about what you want to do, and then I can tell you how to get started.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So these pictures represent different events or different things where networking, it all started with networking. So I have a viral video on Facebook. That's what you see down here. It has over 5.5 million views. So you can put my name in Facebook, Tony Harris Taylor, Goalcast, GOALCAST. Put that in the Facebook search and this video will come up, and it's a motivational video, but it's gone viral and it's got 5.6 million views. Up here in the upper left-hand corner, the lady in the pink dress had a women's event in Canada. I met her on a Facebook group. She is now my client. Her daughter lives in Paris. Her daughter is my coaching client. I met her in a Facebook group. She flies airplanes. She flew me in her airplane when I went to Canada. And it started with Facebook. So yes, Facebook is a way you can network. And then over here on the left, this is my husband. We are married 4 years now. And everything I taught you about networking, showing up, following up, somebody referred him to me. He was a referral. Funny enough, Dean, he was a referral to me through every strategy that I just told you. So it works. It works. And it has changed my clients' lives. My clients are having a lot of success because they've gotten out of their comfort zone and they keep showing up and they are networking and they're finding their clients by building relationships and referrals. So, Dean, I appreciate the opportunity to speak to your people again. I hope that this was what you needed to think differently, think drastically about how to get started in business. Hold on a second. Let me turn this off. Okay. Let's see here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. So I just want to encourage you all to always be drastic. Being a business owner is not easy. It is, again, the hardest thing you'll ever sign up for voluntarily, but it's so rewarding. It will change your life. It'll put hair on your chest too, but it will change your life. And it's just an amazing journey. Don't do it by yourself. You cannot do it by yourself. Nobody is successful as an entrepreneur on their own. Don't let them tell you they are, because they're lying. It's not possible. So get some help. Keep showing up and keep being drastic.
Well, I just wanted to thank Tony for.
Okay.
I know it's.
I can't
late.
hear you.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I just want to say thank you for joining us again tonight. And I know it's getting late in Houston. And it was great seeing you again. And I look forward to seeing you next week. I would highly recommend Unstoppable Drastic Action. Join it, the virtual conference. And again, don't hesitate to take the time, schedule 30 minutes with Tony, and you will be blessed by that meeting. And she's been a blessing to my life, and just the inspiration and motivation that she provides, not only to me, but to her entire network, is truly amazing. And I'm a better person by knowing Tony, and I appreciate everyone who came. I appreciate everyone who came out on this stormy night. It's been kind of a wild and crazy day here in the Northwest. We've got trees down and power lines down, but we were able to make this happen. And again, Tony, thank you so much. And
thank you, Dean. Thank you. Can you stay on the line after we're done, please?
I can. Yeah.
Thank you.
And for that, we'll wrap the program up. Thank you for attending, and have a great evening.
I hope to see y'all at my conference.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Elena.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Elliot.
Bye.
You want to stop the recording, sir?
Yep.